In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can make a mock-up. So before we begin, you need to visit some of these websites. So here we have Graphic Burger. Now Graphic Burger is great for mock-ups. And remember, the whole idea of a mock-up is to see whether your design works on different types of materials. So whether, for example, if you're designing an identifier, whether it works on apparel or whether it works on products. Whether it's for screens, so like, whether if it is that you're designing a website or you're designing an app, you literally can find a mock-up of anything nowadays. But what you'd need to do is just download one of these mock-ups. So we've got Graphic Burger, which is a great site for free mock-ups. We also have Mockup World, again a great site, and literally you can find anything on there. And then there is something called FreePick. Again, you just have to search mockups, and there's lots and lots of mockups there that you can download for free. So what I'm going to show you today is how you can make a tote bag. But basically all the mockups are pretty much the same. So I've downloaded this from Graphic Burger. So it's just a tote bag. Once you have the file, so this is the file that was downloaded, you see there's often a license agreement and some help, some instructions as to how you can put your design onto the mock-up, but make sure you open the PSD, so that version. So here is the file. So this is what it would look like, and if you look at your layers, what often happens is you'll have a layer that says your design here. It's usually highlighted red to help you out. All you do is double click on that layer and it opens what's called a PSB file. So what that PSB file does, it sort of links to the PSD as an effect. So here you can see the logo that they've used. So all I'm going to do is just use the eraser tool to rub that out. And then here's the identifier. I'm going to use the collective one here. So make sure it hasn't, in this case you just want the identifier itself, so no background. You can see that that's transparent. This is a PNG. It can also be a Photoshop file, that's fine. But if it is that this was a colour, that colour would also translate onto the mock-up. So I just want the logo itself. So all I'm going to do is click and drag that onto that PSB file that's opened. There we go. Then we can scale that up and position that roughly in the centre. So I'm just going to move it to one side because it's slightly unbalanced, this particular logo, because you want the C in the centre really. When you're happy, just click the tick, and all you then do is go to File and go to Save. And what that does is that then saves onto your mock-up. So if we go back to the mock-up, you can see that your design has gone on to the bag, in this instance the bag. You can also change the background, so you can see here there's like a texture in the background. If it is that you didn't want that, you could just delete that and fill that with a colour if you wanted to. So that's how you make a mock-up, really easy. Once you've done, make sure that you go to Layer, flatten that image and save it as either a JPEG or a PNG.